Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm so glad to be crafting today with you guys. I see I've got Kilburn Creations. Hello, good morning. I'm glad you're here. Good morning, Nicola. She says, happy Friday. Can't wait to see what you create today. I'm glad because today was a surprise for me too. I will get into that in just a minute, but I just want to say good morning. Happy to be here. Hopefully you guys are having a great Friday already. It's a good morning. Well, maybe it's afternoon where some of you guys are. It is 10 o'clock my time. And I was running around like crazy to figure out what I was going to do this morning. So this week has been a rough week. So, oh, hi Joy, looking forward to seeing what you create. Hello, Elaine. Thank you. I didn't know what I was going to create this morning. So anyways, I started some cards that I was going to make a regular video for on Wednesday, and then I didn't get them finished. And then yesterday I had AFib like all day, so I got nothing done. So then this morning I thought I'll do those cards. I already have stuff die cut ready to make. And then when I was laying in bed trying to wake up, I was looking at Facebook and I saw this most beautiful creation with a butterfly die. And it was like it was like a mini card, but I thought, gosh, especially because Mother's Day is coming up, if you're having a little luncheon or a tea or something, this would be so cute as a place setting. You could do it as a mini card. You could do it as just the front of a card. You could adhere this to a A2 size, but we're going to play with rice paper. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever played around with rice paper. I have a little bit. Not on cards, I don't think. I've done it on other projects like Christmas decor and things like that. And rice paper is really fun. So we're going to use that today instead of like patterned paper. So hopefully you guys will be ready for this. And I hope I have everything planned out in my mind because I was planning it in the last hour and a half, getting stuff die cut, figuring it out. So hopefully we'll get it done today. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around. And I'm going to show you what we're going to be using because it's so fun. Really quick, I just happened to have ordered a ton of rice paper maybe a month ago for a project I want to create. And so this is not it, but I'm going to make more because this is really, really fun. So we're going to start with products. All of the stuff I got from scrapbook.com. And some of these products are scrapbook.com. So I'm going to be using the Heirloom butterflies and the Treasured Garden dies. I will be using the From the Heart Stamp and Sentiment. I'm going to use the polka dot embossing folder. So sorry. And then we're going to use some rice paper. Let me know in the comments. Michelle, you're here. Hello, my friend. And I am going to respond to your email. I read it yesterday, but I wasn't feeling great, so I didn't get to respond. But I will respond to it. Okay, so if you don't know anything about rice paper, it is like tissue paper. But I almost think rice paper might be a little bit thinner. So hold on. I have a little pack, and then I'm going to use some of this big one. It's easy to tear. We're going to use some Collage medium to adhere it down. But I had this little pack and it's so thin, you guys. But it's tough at the same time. But there's beautiful images on it. So this little pack here, I don't know if I said, I do have everything listed and linked for you guys below. This is from Stamperia. This is House of Roses, and you get 8 sheets of different images on the rice paper. This one, it doesn't really have a name. It just has a number, but again, I will have everything linked and listed, but isn't it just gorgeous? So we are going to goof around with this today. Now, something I've already done ahead of time. I'm going to have to say, I did take my heat tool to it really quickly, but I think this is done. So we're going to create a butterfly shaped base. Hello, Marion. Welcome this morning. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to do a butterfly base. So what I did was take one of those sheets of the rice paper. And I will show you again how I'm going to do this because we have to layer it on all these other pieces. And I just used a paintbrush, some Collage medium, put it down. I didn't put it down ultra thick because I really want this to be able to dry. Then I laid my piece of rice paper on it, went back over it again with Collage medium, thin, but enough that's going to make it stick. And this is going to be our card base, but I'm not going to cut this out till the end because I really do want to make sure that that is nice and dry. Okay, let's start. So, let me tell you who my inspiration was from. Let me grab a picture of it. So this was on Facebook, and her name was Crafter Saba, S-A-B-A-A, and her thing was gorgeous. So if you want to check that out, check her out on Facebook, you can. I was totally inspired to change what I kind of had in mind. Hello, Corinne. Welcome. Good morning. I am so glad. I see I have quite a few people watching, and I'm really excited about that because I think this is going to be really fun, and we're just going to play together because, again, I don't have a full plan. But I did pick out the sheets that I want to use. So from this die, we are using this large butterfly, and then this butterfly layers on top. And then from this die set, we're going to use this flower. The centers, we've got this greenery and this greenery here because I don't need it to be big. And I'm not doing a ton of flowers either. So we're going to keep that simple. But I did pick out my pieces for the most part. I have one more butterfly, and I'm going to use this bigger piece. You're from Holland? Oh my goodness. How exciting. Thank you for watching. Kim from Southern Virginia. Good morning. Well, good afternoon to you. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us this morning. You guys are so fun. Okay, so I kind of have my pieces laid out of how I want to, or what rice paper I want on what butterfly. So we're going to have the card base, and then I want a piece for the back that's going to adhere onto our card base. Then we're going to have a piece on the front that's going to adhere to our card base. But then we're going to have these guys. These are the smaller guys. And so they layer like this. But we're going to make sure that this is going to be full of dimension. It's going to be so fun. But then we're going to have like 3 or 4 of these layered on top. And that's going to give us like this chunky thing. I think this would be so beautiful for a Mother's Day or a church tea or anything like that that you would be doing. I think that would be a lot of fun. So let's get started. I'm winging part of this, you guys, because again, this was so last minute. This is going to be my very front layering piece on the front of our little, I don't even know, what should we call it? A little mini, we'll just call it a little mini card, even though, but you could write something in it. So I guess it would be a mini card, even if you put it for a tea or whatever. But I thought this rice paper was so pretty. Now, something else you can do, I am not going to do, you can crinkle this up, open it up, and then press it on, and you would have a more crinkled look. I'm not going to do that today, but you could, and it would be gorgeous. So what I know I want is, I want to have on this butterfly, I do want some of this pink at the bottom. I do want some of these roses, and I do like this fun green at the top. So I want to be able to lay this, and literally you could put this up to the light. It's so see-through. You can't see it with my camera. Well, I mean, you can right there. But if I want to be able to really see where I want this placed, I'm going to hold this up to the light. Oh, I think that's really pretty. Let me try over here. Let me just see, because I want to get beautiful roses. Oh, I think I like that. Maybe we'll go this. Maybe we'll go this route. I think we're going to go right in the center. Okay, so let's start with our Collage medium. And you know what else would work? Oh my gosh, what is it called? Mod Podge. Mod Podge would work. If you have that and you don't have Collage medium, that would work. If you don't have rice paper, something else you can do, and this is a project I want to do coming up sooner than later, and hopefully I can get to it sooner than later, is you can take regular tissue paper, take a beautiful background stamp or whatever kind of stamp, and you can stamp on the tissue paper, and you can do the same technique that way too. So I want to do that. Okay, so let's get a little bit of this on here. I'm going to do these first so they have a chance to dry. And again, I'm not putting a ton on. Be kind of, you know, light-handed with it. And just get it, make sure especially to get it to the edges. Let me get that here. So, now I'm going to place this over. Oh, I can't see it like that. I'm going to have to hold it up. But I'm going to place it where I want those gorgeous images. Okay, and I want to make sure I'm even. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to press that down, and then I'm going to add a little more to the top here. Once this dries, then we'll just tear around the edges of the butterfly or cut around, however we're going to figure it out, because I have to figure that out. There we go. I think we're good. Oh my goodness. So can you see that, the butterfly kind of behind there? Oh, that's a good idea. I never thought of stamping on tissues. I saw it, and I can't remember where I saw it from, quite a while back, and I was like, yeah, that's smart. Okay, I'm going to put this aside to dry over here. We're going to go on to our next one. I'm going to have to wipe this up, though, really quick. Yeah, you could stamp. And then once your collage medium or your Mod Podge dries, you could ink it or paint it. I don't know why that would even be an issue. Okay, this one, I think I kind of want, I'm going to go at an angle because I don't think this one matters as far as what's going to go where. Okay, let's add our collage medium. I think this is going to be way too much fun. Marian, I'll try it 100%. Yes, I think you should. I think this is going to turn out so pretty. Okay. Get that on there. I'm going to press that down. Again, especially around the edges. Even though I think I might, I don't know, we'll see about distressing the edges. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Okay. All right. I think that this part's going to go pretty quick. Let me do these big guys. I think this is the one that's going to be in the back. I think this is really fun. It has lattice and roses and writing. I think I want a little bit of everything. So I think I'm going to go straight like this. I think I'm going to go like that. Now, these have little holes in it, and I think I'm going to poke the holes. But I'm also not going to, like, overthink these. Like, if it doesn't look perfect because of the tissue paper, I think it'll be okay. But obviously, if that's something, you know, if I was probably doing a regular video, I'd probably take the time to really make sure that those holes are cleaned out. But on a live, I'm not going to do that. Because that just takes too long. Okay. Let me put this on here. Sorry, I have to have it up like this, you guys. I just have to be able to see where I'm. Oh, yes. I got some of that little bit of crackle on there. That's going to be fun. Now, if you decided to crumple this and you're smoothing it out, don't like smooth it. You would just tap it down. Otherwise, you would smooth out all of your wrinkles. And if you're crinkling it, obviously you're wanting all of your wrinkles. I'm going to see about, I'm going to do this really quick. Maybe this won't take as long as I think if I do it now before I put the other layer of the collage medium on there. But again, I'm not worried about it being perfect, but I do kind of like those little holes, you know. Come on. Let me find these. I'll just go through the back because I can really see what I'm doing. That is a way better way to do it. So how has everybody's week been? Like I mentioned, mine was a pretty rough week actually, but I'm okay. All right, a couple more holes. This isn't taking as long as I thought. Okay, just want to kind of start with something so we can kind of get the idea that that has that in it. Okay, then let's put this on top. I hope my oldest son said they might come up to where we live tomorrow. He's going to go dirt bike riding, so I'm hoping then I'd be able to see the grandbabes. Okay. All right. Let's set that one to dry. Okay, let's do this one. This one is going to be in the front, but this one's the one that's going to have a ton of layers on it. But I do like this. I think that's really pretty. So we're going to go that route. Kim, I've been busy making cards for Creative Kindness. Oh, yes. Isn't that awesome that they do that? When I got to visit scrapbook.com, I was lucky enough to meet with one of the owners, and he was really nice, and he was talking about, you know, Creative Kindness and all that kind of stuff. So they're just a good company, and that's really, really thoughtful of them to do something like that. All right. Alrighty, got that laid down. Michelle, I feel like this week went so fast. My son had his first choir concert last night. Oh, that's exciting. How fun. Okay, let me poke the holes again. I'm just using the end of my Pick Pro tool. Oh, something else I wanted to mention, you guys. I talked about this, that I was going to have some de-stash boxes on my website, and I put them up. I have a few more left. My link to my website is down in the description. If you want to get them, they are $50. It's only to US though. I'm very sorry. But it's $50. That includes shipping, and you're going to get about $600 worth of stuff in your box. And I promise it's really good stuff. So if you want to snag one up, I would do it. Because they go really, really quick. And like I said, I only have a few left. And I've had people, when they buy one, they're so thankful. They send me a message being like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize there was going to be such good stuff in there. And there is. So my website is createitwithjoy.com. You just go to the shop. You'll find that there. You can purchase one if you want. Okay. Let's get this nice and glued down. Okay, Michelle says, oh wait, let me back up. Elaine says, heading up to my daughter's later to celebrate our grandson's 7th birthday. Oh, that's so fun. Happy birthday to him. Michelle, the high school performed also, and one gal got tickled, and I thought I was going to lose it. I'm that person. If there's a serious situation, don't look at me, you know, laughing. Oh, yeah. I am so there with you. Michelle says, guys, those boxes are amazing. Thank you. Kim says, I have a card making ministry called Seeds of Kindness, established in 1989. I make cards for many people. Oh, that's so awesome, Kim. That is really, really awesome. Okay, let's work on our last one here. Amazing, yeah. I thought it was going to be awesome, but amazing is awesome too. How do I get this open? All right. Let me get this big guy out. Okay. So I kind of like that. I kind of like these roses here. That's kind of pretty. This, I love that this has such a fun, colorful background. I might go, I think I'm going to go with this part right here. So I'm actually just going to cut it out from the scissors. And you could just put stuff like this on the whole background. Like make this your background of your card. That would be pretty fabulous too. Okay. I think if you were going to make like a bunch of these, I think one of the things you could do, which I did not have time to do, is on a sheet of cardstock, just lay down these sheets, glue them on, let them completely dry, and then die cut those out instead of doing what I'm doing. I just didn't have time to do it this way. Because if they weren't like completely dry, that would be... Let me rinse off my paintbrush. Kim says, on Valentine's Day each year, I send cards to widows with uplifting messages. Oh, that's nice. I know, our sweet little widows, right? I have a sweet friend named Judy, and she's in her 80s, and or late 70s, early 80s. I just adore her. And her husband just passed away like a year and a half ago. And I do like to go, I don't know why I clean that off, you guys. I'm not done. And I close my lid. I do like to go have lunch with her and stuff. She's just an absolute sweetheart. I know at our church, a lot of the widows get together and do things, which I think is really, really awesome. It's too wet. Marion says, this week has been kind of stressful for me. I wanted to work on my journal today, but wasn't able to be as creative as I wanted. I understand that, Marion. Well, I hope that, yeah, I think... Let me say that again because my brain, I'm so tired, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm glad that it's nice that you'll be able to watch something, and maybe it'll spark some creative juices, but I 100% know what you mean. When your brain's all stressed out or tired or whatever, it's hard to get creative. All right. Okay, I think that's the last of these guys. And then we can do a little bit of ink blending. Oh yeah, these are drying quick. Yay, that makes me really happy. I'm sorry you've had a stressful week. It's no fun. All right. I'm going to set off one more time. I'm using this is what I'm using. And right now I can't remember what it's called, but it's from scrapbook.com. And you can clean your stencils in it. You can clean your brushes in it. It has all this texture in the bottom. This part pops up on the side so it's taller. And right now, I couldn't tell you what it's called. It's perimenopause. It has made me have no brains at all. We had to drive up to my doctor's appointment for my hormones, and they were pretty much, nothing was there. So, which explains why I'm on the struggle bus all the time. Okay. Now we've got some die cuts. We're going to do a little bit of ink blending while everything is drying. I did cut an extra one of these. I don't know if I'm going to use it. I have the body. I think I'm going to leave the body white, but we'll see. But we have little flowers. We have little bits of greenery, and I always tend to die cut a little bit extra. Hold on, I got to clean this one more time because I don't want to have to come back and die cut again. That frustrates me sometimes. I love creating with rice paper with cards and decoupage. Oh, Kim, that's so fun. Yeah, I don't do it that often. And I don't know why, because I think it's a blast. Sorry, you guys. I think when I was cleaning the glue earlier, I think I was just spreading it everywhere. Let me just... Thank goodness for a glass mat, right? Okay. Michelle, riding along with you. Yeah, I know you know what I mean. Okay. So what I thought, I'm going to put one big flower on here, and I thought, because you're not going to be putting this in an envelope necessarily. So if you are deciding to put this on the front of a card, you can do less layers, but everything's going to really kind of smush flat. Although I don't know that I want this flower to smush flat, if that makes sense. So I'm going to ink blend these, but I have 3 of them because I'm really going to bend them up and give them some real thick dimension. So let me get... We're going to do spun sugar and speckled egg for the flowers. And then I have shabby shutters, bundled sage for the greenery. So I think I'm going to make these little guys blue. This is all going to be stacked on one. Okay. Sometimes you have to talk to yourself to get things right. I am going to leave some white on these because I do kind of like that. I'm sticking to everything, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending in the center here. And even though these are all going to be layered, I still am going to do it for all of them. Because depending on how I bend them up, you know, you might see. Maybe the other layers will add a little more pink. Okay, so besides the birthday plans, does anyone have plans for this weekend? Like I said, I'm hoping to get to see my grandbabies. Sorry, that was my dog. If you heard that, he's so loud. Okay, there's that. Let's bring in our speckled egg for these little guys. I think these ones I'm going to color. Little die cut pieces hanging off of here. Kind of need to clean my house too, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Maybe that'll happen today. I'm supposed to be chatting with one of my friends. Maybe I'll clean while I'm chatting with her. I think I'm going to leave a little bit white. Not a ton. Ooh, I like that. All right, let's do... Let's do our greenery here. So I think these guys, I'm going to go bundled sage, and then I'll do shabby shutters for the other ones. I don't know if this is bundled sage or not. Let me wipe this off. It's cold. K30 Gentle says it's cold in Bend, Oregon, but need to prep the yard for warmer days and a hike. Oh, a hike will be fun. I would love to get some personal crafting time in. Michelle says, well, I hope you do. I hope you get to. I'm going to clean this off a little. Wait, maybe you're for that. Grabbing the wrong ink blending tool. I need to get more of these because I kind of don't have one for every color like I'd like. Okay. Well, let's get some color on here. Yeah, all this weird warm weather has given us so many weeds in our yard, and we definitely need to get them out of there. Okay, and then let's do shabby shutters on these guys. And I'll have to trim these down, but I was just looking for ones that were a little more petite instead of bigger leaves. I don't know about you guys, but I love shabby shutters. This color, this green is so pretty. Okay, that was pretty easy for the ink blending. Get this cleaned up. Okay, let's start. I think I'm going to leave the centers white. I like that. So let's glue the centers on these, and then we can start shaping them. And then we'll get some good dimension out of it. I'm also going to use this glitter brush pen. Please don't let me forget to use this glitter brush pen, because I kind of want this stuff very glittery. And I'm afraid I'm going to leave it right here, but hopefully I won't forget. I tend to forget a lot of things lately. All right. I'm going to glue this center in first. I'm going with the lightest color. Well, let me unclog me. Where's my little pin? Hold on. Hold on one second, you guys. I need my little stick pin here. Aha. Because my glue is clogged. It was hiding from me. So sorry. Thank you, Elaine. I think the colors are really pretty too. Of course, I took inspiration off of all that rice paper. That's always helpful. Okay. And then on those centers there. All right. That in place. Get our little centers going. Let's get them straight. Okay. So I kind of just want to start bending these up. Michelle, I finally got my white luster brush. Oh, they're so good, Michelle, don't you think? And when you splatter it on or whatever, it's so much lighter than how it dries. It dries. I'm going to add a little pink. Hold on, everybody. Let me add a little pink to this background so it's not so white, since we're going to see that. Same here. Just a little bit. Okay. All right, so that is the top. That's the top one. So I'm going to kind of bend that up. I'm not going to, this is going to be the bottom one. I'm not going to bend it up as far, but we do want to give it a little bit of shape, you know? And I'm going to glue them off-centered so the petals look better that way. I still feel like my thing is clogged. Okay. Let me get a little bit of glue going on this guy. Okay. And I'm just gonna, this one I'm really going to bend because this is going to be the top flower. So I really want this kind of close together. And I'm kind of where there's, you know, embossing from the die cut or etching. And I'm following some of those lines to get this bent up. So that's what I didn't want my centerpiece to come out. Thought the glue was dry, but not quite yet. Oh yeah, there we go. So if we just kind of work with the paper a little bit, Oh, I like it. I'm going to do this one a little bit more too. Okay. I think a cranberry baby popped in upstairs. Oh, that's fun. Well, have fun with that grandbaby, Michelle. Okay. Let's add our center one. So again, I just die cut 3 of the same flowers. We're just going to give it, oh, I think it's pretty looking. We're just going to give it some fun dimension by doing the same flower, just bending up the leaves and then turning it at different angles so it does not have to line up. I think that is really pretty. Ooh, I'm super excited about that. And then these guys will just bend up. These ones are easy to do. Cute, cute. Okay, so I'm not going to forget. Let me put my glue on. I think I want to add some shimmer to the flower for sure. So this is the clear shimmer marker from scrapbook.com. Let's just get some shimmer in some of these areas. Could have, oh yes, could have done this before you glued it together, but I don't think it's a big deal. Oh, but it's oh so pretty. I'm going to go around the edges. Okay, let's see if you guys can see. Oh, can you see all of that gorgeous shimmer? Thank you, Marion. So much. Look at all that shimmer in there. Yeah, that is fabulous. I'm squeezing a little bit out onto my work surface. I'm going to hold this. Okay. Let's get it on here. Just a little bit on the back sides too. I'm not being real neat about it. I think that's kind of the charm on some of these things if you're not super neat, but that is gorgeous. We're going to have to do that. K30 Gentle. Yes, I agree. I'm going to have to do this on the butterflies too. We're going to go a little over the top, I think. Oh, I should do it on the leaves, huh? Do it on everything, right? Hold your horses, everyone. We're going to get this all glitterified. Okay. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, I got to show you this little blue one in the light too. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. Kim, thanks for watching. I'm so glad to share, but I appreciate all of you guys for watching and hanging out with me while we're making fun things. K30 Gentle says, all of it, bathe in it. I love that. That is a crack up. I think we're going to have to do that. Okay, let's stamp the sentiment and then we'll pull in the butterflies and kind of trim around that because I think some of them are going to be dry. Let me grab my misting really quick. Now, I don't think you have to do a sentiment necessarily, but you could do a happy Mother's Day. You could do, whatever it is that you're going to do. You could just add it. I'm going to add it to the back, but then you could write a little note inside. Kim says everything looks better with a little bit of sparkle. I would agree. So in the, from the heart stamp set, it says a note from my heart to yours, which I think is perfect. If you're having, a little tea something or a luncheon or a whatever. Let me just get this paper in here and I'm going to do it in black ink so it pops against everything else. But you could also do some like gold or silver heat embossing, whatever color you like. And this does have coordinating dies, which makes me super duper happy. All right. Let's get this inked up. My Missy is so filthy. I need to clean it. One more time. And then we can start getting this ready to put together, which is oh so fun. All right. There's that. We're going to need the coordinating die to die cut it out. Let me put this up real quick. And get that away. All right. Do you guys love a coordinating die for sentiments? I'm so ripping my thing here. I love that. I feel like it might be you. There we go. That works. And we're going to tape this in place. Okay. Let's run that through the die cut machine. And then we have our sentiment. Oh, I think I cut it a little too low. Oh, well. That is okay. Yes, it's the only way to go. I agree, Kim. What did we ever do? What did we do before coordinating dies? Like, really? What did we do? I don't even know. Okay, so let me pull these guys back over here. I think that's kind of dry enough. We can start working on that. This was the last one. And then we have this. Okay. So I'm going to cut around the best I can. You could tear it if you wanted. If you have little pieces outside, you can just tuck it around and add a little Mod Podge to the back. No big deal. And I think too with this, if it's not perfect on here, I almost think that's going to lend to a little bit of like shabby chic. And if you kind of start with that in your mind and then it's not perfect, then it won't matter. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to start kind of pushing down. I'll cut this piece out. But I still want to see the shape of the butterfly, obviously. And so in the little kind of scalloped part of the wing, you could just push the paper in. Let me cut in here. We fussy cut everything. I am not a fussy cutter. Ugh. I'm just not, I'm not good at it. So, okay. Oh my gosh, look at how gorgeous that is. This is going to be the front butterfly. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, let's go to this one here. This isn't taking long. I agree, Kim. It's so pretty. And I have to say, these sheets, this stuff is not expensive to buy rice paper. It is very inexpensive. And it is way too much fun. Come over here. K30 gentle. I can fussy cut images, but not sentiments. Oh, I can't do sentiments at all. I am the worst. Would it be possible to decoupage paper and die cut it afterwards, or will it tear? That's what I think I maybe have mentioned that earlier, Marian. I think if you did this, if you decoupaged onto just your cardstock, let it dry completely, and then die cut, I don't see why that would be an issue, as long as you know, put your collage medium or whatever over the top. I'm not 100% sure. I don't feel like it would tear though. The only reason why I didn't do that this time is because I literally came up with this idea this morning. I was inspired this morning and I didn't have time. Otherwise, that's what I would have done rather than this, because I think you'll get a much cleaner edge if you die cut. Now, I think if you only glued underneath and you didn't put something on top, maybe that could tear. But no, you don't have to be sorry, Marian. I wasn't saying, I didn't mean it like that. I'm so sorry if I made you feel like that. I just, like, I think I said that, but who knows? I don't have a great memory anymore. But yeah, I don't think it would tear. But yeah, I would have liked to have done that this morning. But literally, I woke up and saw some inspiration. I was like, oh, we have to make that today. But yeah, I think that would be the better choice to do. Okay. Now we got this guy. Oh, look at how pretty. I love it. I'm going to let you dry a little more. Okay, let's go with this guy. Go around it real quick. You don't ever have to be sorry for asking, even if I already said it before. I certainly didn't mean it that other way. If it came across that way, I'm very sorry. Okay. I am trying to cut really close to the little scalloped pieces. I think it makes it easier if you end up doing it this way, you know. And I think it makes it easier to go pushing those in. We only have 2 more to cut. Sorry, I know this part is boring. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let me cut in here. All right. And then you would get, like, these holes would die cut perfectly. The rice paper is so thin that, you know, it's going to die cut wonderfully on your cardstock. All right, a little piece here. It's absolutely okay. I didn't feel offended. I just want you to say things twice. Oh, I don't care if I have to say things twice at all. I'm glad you weren't offended, because I certainly didn't mean it. I really don't mind ever having to say something again. It was not even a big deal to me. Okay. These are, oh, I didn't show this one. Hold on. Oh, look at how pretty it is. I love it. Turned out beautiful. Okay. Let's get around here. Almost there, you guys. I don't mind this fussy cutting, other than it's time consuming, because I don't have to be perfect. This is not bad. And then, of course, keep all your little extra pieces, because you could just, you know, collage them onto something. Okay. And then again, I'm just using my fingernail. You only need this if you do it this way, to kind of push around those edges. I want to see all that pretty scallop from the butterflies. I'll trim that a little bit. Oh, beautiful. Can it be cut again with the die? Yes, you could. I think you could, you know, if you felt comfortable lining it up perfectly. Yes. And hello from Florida. Alexa. Yeah, Alexa. Yes. Yes, I think you could. I won't do that right now because if I mess it up.
How can I help?
Never mind, Alexa. That's funny.
No problem at all.
Gosh. Having conversations in here. But yes, you could. For sure you could. Just, I would say, make sure that all of your collage medium or whatever you use to adhere it down is dry. Because I think that would be a problem of maybe it could tear if it's not like completely dry. Like my stuff is dry, but it's a little bit, like the tiniest bit tacky still. So I would not dare do that. But yes, I think that would work. But again, when you're on a live and you do something last minute, this is what you do. Right? Okay. This is our last butterfly to mess around with. Gorgeous. Ooh, it's so pretty. So, so pretty. Okay, let's die cut our base. So this is dry. I did that off camera before we got onto the live because that I was scared that it would stick together. So this was another one of the sheets. So this is a top folding card base, and I just adhered on the rice paper. So you're going to close it for a second. I was like, what am I doing? We're going to close it. Oh, and I did make sure to really get a lot of the collage medium here at the folded part. So now we're going to close our card base. I'm actually going to get me a new magic mat to cut with because I really want to make sure this cuts through. Okay. I'm going to lose that. So when you are creating, I'm sure everyone knows this, but in case you don't, I'm going to explain really quickly. If you want to do a shaped card base, you're going to start with your fold at the top. And if you're taking your die, you want to make sure that the top part of your die, let me get lined up here, is above. So your cutting line here is above your folded edge, your scored edge, because that's what's going to stay connected when you die cut. I have this up pretty high and I kind of want to have a good amount above because we already have butterflies for the front and the back, and that is going to mask that is going to have a little flat edge at the top there, if that makes sense. So I'm going to tape that down really good. I think I'm a little crooked. Hold on, I'm always crooked. Let me go up just a, let me go down. Let me go down here. The dog is so loud. Okay. We are good there. All right. I'm going to run this through. Pray that it cuts great the first time. And I'm going to go forward and backwards. Okay. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to run it through again. I'm going to have it top up this time. It needs to cut through all the way. I think we're good. Almost. Let me just see here. You know what? I'm going to run it through. I'm going to run it through my big one. Hang on. Really? Well, no, I can't run it through. Oh, pull this one in. Sometimes you just have to switch. My Spellbinders one is old. Old. So I probably should put a shim in. It's mostly cut, but not all the way. So I'm just going to use my Sizzix Big Shot. We're going to run it through. And I think that is good. Let's see. Let's make sure. I think we might be good. I might have to use scissors in a couple spots, but I think we're going to be good. Okay. Let's just going to gently work it around all those edges. How cute. Can I purchase a Big Shot? You can purchase it at Sizzix. You can purchase it at scrapbook.com. A little bit of scissors on this little edge here. But the good thing is, if anything's a little bit funky, we're going to have it covered. I think it's just these tight little corners right here. And maybe my thing wasn't like all the way dry yet, but no big deal. Cut here. Okay. All right. And let me get this out of here, and we are good for our base. Most of this cut, so that's really good. Get rid of some of those finer areas. All of this stuff is from scrapbook.com. So if you clicked on any one of my links down there, it would take you to there, and you could just search it and find it. Okay, don't be stuck together. Oh, it's a little stuck. Yeah, I think it was a little bit wet. But we are okay. Oh, okay. I'll have to punch out all these little holes. But this is the inside of our little thing. And it stands up. Yay! I was a little nervous, you guys. Okay, let me pop out circles here. And then we can start getting this together. You know what? Hold on. Oh, you know what? Those guys are stuck in there. I'm not going to stress about this. I will pop them off this part so you don't see the white. So yeah, I think you need to let this dry a little bit longer. And I think all those little holes will pop out once everything's dry, but I don't have time for that. So we're just going to move forward. Not a big deal. Not even a big deal, actually, because that's the front and that's all we're going to see. Actually, I don't mind it because you can see some of the color on this part. So I like that. Gizmo, please stop being so loud. Okay, let's start putting this together. So this is our back piece. So this is going to go over. And I'm going to pop this one out though, because the other one is popped out on this side. And we'll see that. So now we've got the back here. And we can adhere that. Oh, I like it. That is going to be so pretty. So I'm going to do a tad bit of tape runner. Can't wait to see it. Oh, me too. I'm excited too. I'm going to do a little bit of tape runner and some liquid glue because I really want this to hold well. The liquid glue will kind of get it into its place. I need to do this guy. Let's get this guy on here. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at how pretty that's going to be. So there's the back. And we will have the sentiment back here with, we'll do like a little flower and some leaves. That will be cute. Here is the front piece. Okay, let's do the same thing. Now, I personally don't mind. I actually kind of want it to not put glue on the outside edges because I actually like that it will be kind of lifted up. If that makes sense from the edges. It just feels like it gives it more layers. Like you can see some of the layers. So I actually like that. So I do want to make sure that this is lined up nicely. Okay. So there's the front, there's the back, and that's the inside. Oh, I don't want to forget that I want to emboss one of these. Oh, for a second I was like, wait a minute, I thought I had 3. I did have 3. I'm going to go like that, like that. So I think I'm going to, well, hold on. I'm going to emboss the middle of the 3 top pieces. So I'm using the polka dot because I think that would be fun to just have a little something, like a little extra piece of texture in there. Or do I want it on the front? Do we want it in the center or on the front, you guys? I think the front. I'm going to change my mind. We're going to go front on this. Okay. You run this through really quick. You're almost there, you guys. Thanks for hanging on with me. Oh, oh yes. Oh, sorry, that's blurry. Look at that dimension. Oh, I'm so glad I did that. I think I'm going to do it on this layer too. Why not? I love a polka dot. All right. Okay. That is going to be fun. Okay, so that's the front. Here we go. So, of course, I want these really popped up because this, we want a good amount of dimension. So, do the tiniest bit of that. You guys are great. Alexa says, beautiful. Oh. K30 Gentle says, boom. Woven with glitter. Love that butterfly. Woven with glitter. Thank you for joining us and for chatting. Let me get these in place first. I'm using tape runner and liquid glue. That's just going to hold everything twice in a really good way. I want to get all of these on here. Oh, these feel so pretty. And then once that glue has a chance to take hold, then we can start bending things up. I could have also done 2 on the front of the bigger one and had that separated too. And I probably should have done that. But that's okay. It still is lovely. All right. Let me give that a second. That back is so pretty. Marianne says, each piece is beautiful on its own. Together they are just amazing. I agree. They turned out so nice. Okay. I'm going to lift that up. That one up. Lift that one up. Oh, yes. Then when it stands just like that. Oh, and then you can see all the layers of gorgeousness. Yes. Oh my goodness, you guys. I love it so much. Okay. What did I do with the body? I'm just going to do a white body because I think it is simple. It doesn't really get in the way of everything else. Although you could ink blend it if you wanted. And then we have to do glitter, and I will do glitter when I'm done. Where's my glitter? Don't let me forget. Okay, here's this gorgeous flower that we bent up. I love how this flower looks. I think it turned out really, really good. So I want to put it here. Or maybe, do we slide it on? Oh, stay on there. Do we slide it under? No, it needs to be on top. Okay, let's add some glue. Where do we put it up here? I almost think I like it up here better. Glitter, 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 glitter. Yes, thank you. All right. Don't need these long stems, so we're going to tuck some greenery under. Oh, yes. Let's get one of these guys. Big. And I think this is where, you don't need a ton of these kind of embellishments. Just need a few. I'm going to do another one of these down here. And it's hard too because you don't want to cover up all the beautiful oh my gosh, rice papers. Jeez Louise. Hello, Shar, at work, and had to actually work for a bit just seeing this awesome butterfly. Love it. Well, hopefully you can watch the replay. But dang it, that darn work is always getting in the way. Okay. Where do I want you? I kind of want you. I'm going to move that a little bit. We're going to put that one right there. Oh my gosh, flaming things. I'm going to tuck it under. Oh, yes. Oh, it's so pretty. And we're going to put another little blue one. Maybe we'll put you over here. Oh, I kind of like it. I kind of like it back there. Let's do that. Where it's kind of hidden, tucked away. Oh my gosh. I think this is turning out. This has been a fun project. Elaine, oh my gosh, gorgeous. Keep thinking of my sister. She loves butterflies. I'll have to make one for her. I know. I keep thinking of my mother-in-law actually for this because she loves it. She loves butterflies too. All right. Let's see about, oh yeah, I'll put a little greenery here. This has been such a fun project, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. All that liquid glue needs to stay. So I'm going to open this up and we're going to work on the back. So I'm going to pop this up, of course, with some foam tape, because why not? I'm going to do 1mm though. Well, there you go. Let's do that, and I'm going to do a little bit of liquid glue. Char, love the elegance and whimsy of it. It is whimsical, isn't it? That is a good word for it. It is so whimsical. And again, I cut this crooked. You guys will cut things better. We'll go here with the blue flower. Oh my goodness. Now I want to see if I want to put this on the front anywhere here. No, don't overdo, Joy. Don't overdo. Actually, I think I'm going to cut this apart. And then tuck this little guy back here. Okay. So there's the back. Oh my gosh. We're going to add some more shimmer to this. You know, we got to do the butterfly. And then I brought two things. I have the Trinity Stamps crystal balls. Oh, make sure I didn't miss anybody's anything. So and there's lots of different sizes that could be put around here. And I brought out the gold, but I'm feeling like the gold is too much. What do you guys think? But let's first bring in our glitter. Let me know what you guys think. This is whimsical. I'm so glad you said that, Char, because I was not thinking of that word, but that's exactly what this is. Okay. I'm just going to go around some of the edges of this. Over the little, some of the dots. Oh my goodness. Let me lift this up. I really would like that liquid glue to dry. Okay, let's go around these edges. Let me flip this guy around. We're going to go over this whole back butterfly. I think that needs a ton of glitter. So it has more of that whimsical feel. Okay. Oh yeah, I like it on the little embossed dots because then you just catch some of it. So let's see, can you guys see a little bit of it? It's so hard on camera sometimes to catch that. No gold in my opinion. I agree. I think the gold's a little much. As much as I love gold. Okay, let's add some to the back edge here. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna open that up so that can dry. Let's add some of these little, I do think we need some of these guys. And there are tons of different sizes. Just really, really nice. Okay. Oh my gosh, I stuck my hand in the glitter. This is the last of it, guys, and then we are done. Oh, and they're kind of iridescent. There's a bunch of the little bitty itty bitties. This can just be part of that. I don't know that I want to put big ones on here, but there is like all these little tiny guys. All right. Oh yeah. Let me just get some little drops of glue here. I still feel like my thing is kind of clogged. I don't know what the deal is today. All right. Let's add one there. One there and there. Let's go little. Oh yes, these are going to be fun. A little guy. The glue will dry. Clear. I think we're going to do quite a few of these because it just adds a little something where you get kind of that another little sparkle and shine. One of these little itty bitty guys on the flower. Oh, you guys can't see that up that close, huh? Look at those. I'm going to put some up there too. And then I'll put a few over here. Oh my goodness. I think this might be one of my most favorite projects ever. That is so much glue though. Okay. Let's do one on the leaf here. One of these little itty bitty guys. Do you guys like in your sequence or whatever, like different sizes? I love the different sizes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's add let's see. Another one right here. On that flower and on that leaf. Okay. And I think we'll call that good. And then on the leaf. Okay. Alrighty. Let me get these back in. And then we will take a look at this. Oh, I'm going to put some on the back too. Because I think it needs a little bit as well. All right. Okay, there we go. I need to dump these into my hand and onto the floor. Oh my gosh. Okay. So my biggest takeaway from this is let your stuff dry. Before you die cut, before you put together, give it some time to dry, like a good amount of time. It was dry enough to put together, but I think it would be easier if it was, completely dry. Oh my goodness, this turned out so pretty. And then once it's dry, you could put your little message inside here, a little tiny note or something. You could do one of these smaller, this small one. Hold on. And you could put it inside and write your little note on it. How great would that be? That would be awesome. But this turned out gorgeous. Look at the fun layers that we have, all the pretty flowers. I love these little baubles that we put on. I think that was yes. That just adds a little something extra without like being a color. You know what I mean? And here is our pretty back. Oh my goodness, I am in love with this. Thank you. Thank you so much, Alexa. Marion, thank you. Okay, let's flip this around. One. Okay, let's take a look at this way. Oh my goodness. It's probably a little bit more washed out because of my camera or my lights, but all of that. Oh, hold on. Let's go back to this because it stands up. That's the whole point. It stands up. Look at that. Super easy. Oh my gosh. This turned out so pretty. I want to make more of these. Let's find other shapes and make more of these. Okay, so thank you, K30 Gentle. I appreciate that. All right, we are done. I'm glad this little experiment worked because I was so nervous. Yeah, I love this. And I don't know if you noticed this background, bigger butterfly, I did in a different color that had less pinks. That way these pinks would stand out, if that makes sense. But you could do this with pattern paper. So you could just cut your butterflies from pattern paper as well. You don't even have to use rice paper if you didn't want to. Although I do think that's really stunning. So I would absolutely use rice paper again. And then here is the inside. Okay, we are done, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you guys so much. It's so fun. I'll be back here again next Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 10 o'clock Mountain time, because I'm in Utah, Southern Utah, so that's what we are. I appreciate you guys chatting with me. It's always so much fun. I love that. Thank you guys again for joining me. Again, if you want a de-stash box, there was just a few left. They're $50. Things are slightly used or brand new. Sometimes I get things and I didn't even get to use them. There's other goodies. There's all kinds of things in there, but it's about $600 worth of stuff in a box. Let me grab a box and show you. Hold on. I'll show you exactly what the box looks like. Here's what the box looks like. You can hear everything moving around in there. See how big it is? This is what the box looks like. That's jam-packed, full of goodies. And it's $50, US only, includes shipping. So it's quite a deal. So anyways, you guys have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys next Friday. Bye.